Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be featuring 10 things that I would rebuy if I were to start my collection all over again from scratch. So if I lost absolutely everything and had to start my luxe collection from the ground up, these are the 10 items I would rebuy and restart my luxury collection. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so item number one, and you can see I have some items featured here. So I'm giving you a little bit of a sneak peek, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with my Cartier Francois Tank watch. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is the basic model in the all silver. There's no gold, no diamonds, just pretty, simple, straightforward, no frills. I absolutely love this watch because I do wear it for work often, and I think it adds a very sophisticated, elegant look without being over the top. Personally, I am not a fan of diamonds on my watch. I think it's just a little higher level of elegance that I would not recommend necessarily wearing for every day unless it's a very small, strategically placed one or two diamonds. This one is very much very basic, very standard, and unless you know the brand and know Cartier's tank watches, or you're not familiar with the brand, you would not recognize this watch or know that it is a designer piece. I gifted this watch to myself for Christmas a couple of years ago. I did buy it pre-loved. I believe this one was purchased from Fashion File, and I was able to save thousands off of retail. So I got a really good deal. It was in exquisite condition. There were absolutely no scratches, no tarnishing, nothing of that concern or matter. I know the glass here or the face is looking a little cloudy. I think it's just because of the way the sun is picking it up and the light. There is no issue with the face of the watch. There's no cloudiness or scratches or anything like that. It was literally in pristine condition. And because I got it for such a great deal, I would definitely recommend repurchasing this. This is, again, my everyday watch that I wear to work. Now, the next item on my list, you're probably wondering what this Hermes goodie is here. So I'm just going to move it over here. So here I have a box from Givenchy. Now, you're probably wondering what's inside this box. I did try to include multiple different accessories and items that, again, I would repurchase to start my collection if I were restarting from the beginning. And here I have my Givenchy belt. Now, you can tell I'm very much a gold and black girl. I love my classic gold and black. This is one of my first designer belts that I ever purchased. You can see that there's some scratches there. I have loved and worn this item for many, many years, but I love it because it's a thin, very elegant and feminine belt, and the buckle is not so much in your face. Again, Givenchy is one of those brands that if you know, you know, and if you don't, it's really not a buckle that's familiar to everyone. It does have that slight Givenchy signature. I guess I would call it a GG, kind of like a Gucci G, but it's a little different. So that is there, but again, it's not a brand that you would know or recognize from afar unless you absolutely knew it. Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, even Hermes, they all make belts that are beautiful, but they all have that very obvious signature belt buckle. I know Hermes has the big H, Chanel has the double C's, Gucci has the GG that was very popular just a few years ago. Louis Vuitton has the LV. So while this is technically the Givenchy sign, again, it's a little more understated. I do love it for that reason, and it's very simple. See, it's like not a lot to it. It's a very simple belt. It's leather, it's great quality. I've never had any issues with it, and I would feel comfortable enough perhaps wearing it to work without being worried that it would call so much attention. So this is another item I would definitely repurchase and add to my collection. You can wear this with jeans, dresses, dress pants. I love the way this looks with a pair of slacks or a pair of wide leg dress pants. It just looks absolutely gorgeous and very elevated for work. Okay, now let's get to the little Hermes piece. While I love this piece and I would repurchase it, I would probably get it in a different color. Now, this is the Hermes Click H bracelet that I love. The reason I love it is because it is a very simple piece of jewelry that will instantly elevate any outfit. The price range is pretty economical compared to, other costume jewelry from other designers. I know Chanel's costume jewelry tends to be on the more expensive side. It's a little harder to find things for under $1,000, while the Click H, however, is still well under $1,000 for most of them. I was just on their website recently. I was looking to get this, and this is what I would recommend, right? So if I were to repurchase this, I would definitely recommend a Click H bracelet, but not this one. This is the rose gold. I forget the name of this color. It's like a taupe color. I'm sure you can see it there. I love it, but unfortunately, most of my jewelry, my Aura ring and everything else is really just gold. It's not rose gold. So I do wear it. I will mix my metals, but I don't love the way that the rose gold looks with the yellow gold. For that reason, I would recommend repurchasing this, and I would get it in the thicker bangle size in the black with the gold hardware. I think that looks very chic, and that would instantly elevate an outfit for day or night. To me personally, I think this is more of a daytime piece. This would look really nice for workwear, but again, it's that rose gold that gets me. It was in regular yellow gold with the taupe color, but better in black. It is a nice piece. I will say it is a beautiful piece, and I think it's a nice item to have featured in any luxe collection. Now, the next item, something I also purchased pre-loved. This is a piece I've been looking to add to my collection for many, many years, and I finally found one online that was in great condition and I absolutely loved. See if you guys can guess what it is. It is my Chanel vintage clip-on earrings. Now, I think that this is a beautiful luxury statement piece every woman should have in their collection. I think they're just such a gorgeous statement piece. I would probably wear this to work, although I haven't. They are gorgeous. I think I would maybe be a little more cautious about wearing them to work because the CC is pretty obvious. These were the most understated earrings that I could find pre-loved. I am always on the hunt for a pair of vintage Chanel earrings. I just think they're just so beautiful. They instantly elevate any outfit. You could be wearing, a black turtleneck with a pair of jeans and throw these on and throw your hair back in a ponytail and instant chef's kiss. Beautiful. I love these earrings. I was really happy to have them in my collection. Unfortunately, the part I struggle with is the back here. So I purchased this extra piece on Amazon. Let me see if I can get it to focus there. I purchased this extra little rubbery piece on Amazon that you put through right there, but it's still, I still tend to have the issue where it slips off of my ear. So I'm not sure if there's another rubber piece I could perhaps purchase for this side. If you have any experience with keeping clip-on earrings on, please comment down below. I'm open to your suggestions. I'm afraid to wear these for a long day or if I'm going to be out. I especially am afraid to wear them at work because I'm worried that they will fall off and I will lose it. So please, open to any and all suggestions. This is item number 5, and I'm just going to reach over here. Now, you guys will be pretty surprised by this because I know people tend to love the Baccarat Rouge perfume or other more high-end expensive perfumes. I know a lot of you really love the Repubblica, Maison Margiela, the Byredo, the Le Labo, but Oribe actually makes a perfume. This is another Meghan Markle recommendation, and it's called the Côte d'Azur, and I absolutely love this scent. For me, it just reminds me of a delicious, yummy date night. I don't know, it's just, it smells so great. I get so many compliments on this perfume. Every time I wear it, everyone says how great I smell. I would highly recommend picking this up if you haven't already and giving it a try. I love also that it's a little understated. People don't know about it. It's not super hyped up and out there. It's not the perfume that everyone's gravitating towards. This is nice because it's a little different. I hope that doesn't mean everyone's going to go running for it now, but definitely pick this up if you can. I know they have it at Neiman Marcus. I believe they may have it at Saks Fifth Avenue as well. I always like having a bottle of this in my collection. This is now my second bottle, and this is definitely something I would repurchase right away if I were to lose all of my items. Now we're going to get into shoes, and I have a couple of pairs because you know I'm a shoe gal. I am a shoe and handbag gal. I am getting into jewelry recently, but I am definitely a shoe gal. So if I were to restart my collection, and again, I lost everything, I think these are the shoes I would purchase first. And I think these are a pair of shoes every woman should have in her collection. Now, you can tell, again, I've worn these. They are loved. This nearly killed me when I noticed it, but you know, I guess that means I'm getting good wear out of them, right? Cost per wear. But these are my absolute first pair of Chanel shoes. These are the ones that started my affection for Chanel shoes. And I love Chanel shoes. I think they are comfortable. They are always chic and classic. You can't go wrong with them. But these are the Chanel two-tone ballet flats. I purchased these a few years ago, and this is that the beige and black. I love this beautiful cap toe style. I think it's very in, especially for fall. But what I love about this look is that it's so neutral. You can wear this in the summer or fall. You can literally wear this year round. It looks great with a pair of white jeans in the summer and a cute little cardigan. It looks great with blue jeans. You can literally wear this with anything, and you can dress them up or down and they look great. I've worn these with dresses, with skirts, with pants, with jeans, with skinny pants, skinny jeans, almost anything. One of my favorite ways to wear these in the summer is with a white linen dress. I think it looks beautiful. And then I'll wear my mini square crossbody, and it is just instant, gorgeous, chic outfit. And it could be the cheapest dress from the Gap or H&M, and no one will know the better. It just instantly elevates your outfit. So these are definitely the first pair that I would go on the hunt for to re-add to my collection. Now, you know I have more shoes for you. I'm going to get to the second pair, and I'm going to do it in the exact order of the shoes that I would repurchase if I had to restart my collection. So these are number one. These are the second pair I would re-add. And I know you're picking up a little bit of dust there. It's the lighting, I promise. But these are my Gucci Horsebit black leather loafers. I believe these are the Brixton loafers. You have the option of wearing the back flat like so, but I don't do that. I tend to just wear them like a loafer. I don't want to flatten the back because I just don't know how it'll look and how the shape will hold if I were to put it back as a loafer. But they do also have the other version that is all open in the back, and I have been thinking about adding those to my collection, even if they are in black again, but I do love them in white also. But these loafers are just amazing. These I have worn to work. I've worn out with friends. I've worn out to dinner. I've worn during the day. You can dress these up or down. They are super chic without being over the top. Everybody knows the Horsebit, so that is a statement piece, but they are so comfortable, so buttery soft. I mean, these are probably the most comfortable designer shoes I own out of all of them. More comfortable than my Chanel's. These are so comfortable, so buttery soft. The leather is just so moldable and beautiful. I've never had an issue with the stitching or the interior. I don't know what or how they make these shoes, but they are the most comfortable shoes I own. You can tell I've gotten a lot of wear out of them. I have been thinking about bringing them to a cobbler and having them just resole the bottom. Obviously, you buy designer items to wear them, not to keep them behind a glass case. And I'm very much a fan of wearing my items. And you can definitely tell these have gotten a lot of love. So love these loafers. I would definitely repurchase them. I've been thinking about adding them in a different color. I'm just not sure if I want to add the white. I just want to make sure I would get a lot of use out of them. Okay, my third and final pair of designer shoes that I would repurchase if I was restarting my collection are my Chanel slingback flats. Now, when I originally purchased these, I wanted them in the beige and black, like the flats that I showed you earlier. I love the beige color with the black cap toe, but they didn't have them in stock. They were so popular by the time I went to purchase them, they had been sold out. So I will say I am actually kind of happy looking back, because since I already have the classic ballet flat in the beige with the black cap toe, I'm actually quite happy that I have the slingback version of these in all black, because I think it adds a little bit of difference to my wardrobe and my collection. These are so chic and so beautiful. I have been contemplating adding the block heel version so that I have a little bit of a high heel, but I went with the flat just because I knew I would get more wear out of them. I don't tend to wear heels to work. I tend to wear more flats just because I'm doing a lot of walking. I'm not a person that sits behind their desk all day. When I'm in the office, I'm all over. And if you know anything about me, you know that I work in healthcare. So oftentimes I'm in hospitals. No, I have not worn these to the hospital, but I have worn my Gucci flats and I'm walking all over. We do take our shoes off before coming in the house because otherwise I know that would be gross. I have mixed feelings about wearing my designer flats to the work environment just because of the type of work that I do. Full disclosure, I don't work in a clinical setting, so I'm not working in a lab or seeing patients or any area of the hospital that would be contaminated like that. But you are in common places like hallways and the main lobby where you might come in contact with some patients that are coming and going, but we digress. Anyway, the point that I'm making here is I would definitely repurchase these. I love the all black. If you don't own any Chanel flats and you're looking to get a pair, then I would recommend starting with either the standard ballerina flat that I have in the beige with black, or you could go with this slingback version with the beige and black. I love the way they look. They're just so chic. The other items I would add, I'm wearing, and they are these two rings here. So this one is from Vargas Goteo. It's the bow ring and it's all gold. I wear this often. I love how it looks on my index finger alongside my Aura ring. And then here I have my Eternity wedding band, and I have my Zoe Lev beaded ring on my index finger. These are both very comfortable to wear. I love that the Zoe Lev is kind of, squishy and you can bend it and move it. It's so easy to wear and so comfortable. Like I can switch fingers if I want. I can just roll it on and off. I love this ring so much. And then the Vargas Goteo, need I say more? It's just such a beautiful ring. And I think it adds a little bit of a delicate feminine look, but wearing it on your index finger kind of gives it a little of an edge, kind of, I don't know, a little something different. So I would definitely repurchase these and re-add these. I have been looking to add more rings and designer jewelry to my collection. I've been very interested in adding an Hermes ring or another Hermes bracelet, but I love the one ring. I think it's called the Echapi. Oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher the name completely, but I'll link it down below for you guys. I love that ring, but it looks like they don't make it anymore. So if you guys know what the deal is, if they're bringing that ring back, if they've stopped making it altogether, where I can find it, please comment down below and let me know because I'm very interested. Right, now, obviously, I have my Chanel Classic flap here. Now, if I were to lose everything and have to start my collection from the ground up and restart, this is probably the first bag I would purchase. This was a tough one for me because this bag, and I know how many of you feel about Chanel and their price increases. I am with you. But this bag has seen so many price increases. I would be worried that if I didn't immediately purchase it, I would be faced with multiple or another astronomical price increase and lose the opportunity to have it. Plus, I think it is such a collector's piece. It is such a classic bag that every handbag lover should have in their collection. I love the Chanel Classic flap. I really do. I just think it looks chic. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. And when I think of an elegant handbag, this is the bag that comes to mind. So I added this to my collection fairly recently. I believe it was last year. And I did purchase it pre-loved, and I was very lucky to get it thousands of dollars less than retail. If I were to repurchase, let's say I was restarting my collection today, and I didn't have the funds to say spend, thousands of dollars on a bag, but I really wanted to incorporate a Chanel Classic flap, go with the vintage. One of my favorites is the Chanel Diana. The Chanel Vintage Diana was made in the 90s. It was worn by Princess Diana. It's got a little bit of a different shape. You guys can Google it. It's on Rebag. It's on Fashion File. Oftentimes they go for around $4,000 to $5,000 depending on the condition of the bag. I myself have been thinking about adding that item to my collection, but haven't pulled the trigger yet. But that is definitely a bag I would consider starting with if you're looking to add a classic flap but don't want to splurge on the traditional classic flap. Go with the Diana. Definitely add a vintage classic flap if you can. They do have many versions of this classic flap, this traditional one, in a vintage version that you could also look for well below retail. So don't sleep on Pre-Loved. I'm telling you, Pre-Loved is the way to go when it comes to these Chanel classic flaps. When I see their prices in the boutique, I literally want to vomit. I would not spend that on a classic flap. I shouldn't say that. I might, but if I know that I can get it for much cheaper, I definitely save your money and get it Pre-Loved. So I think that concludes our video for today. I think I hit on at least 10 items, if not more. These 2 rings might have been 11, but comment down below. Let me know your thoughts if you agree or disagree. If you are starting your collection from the beginning and you haven't quite reached, your top 5 items or even 10 items, please comment down below. Let me know what you're starting your collection with. If you're an avid luxe lover and collector like I am and you've already started your collection, please comment down below letting me know with what items started your collection. What did it for you? And what was the first item you purchased? And if you did have to do it all over again, which item would you start with from the beginning? On that note, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok and like this video and subscribe for more. Until next time, bye.